Everyone remembers the Will Smith slap at the Oscars, but here's the real question. Why wasn't he arrested on the spot for assault? Because yes, legally that was an assault. He walked on stage and hit Chris Rock in front of millions of people, and there were plenty of police right there in the building. So why didn't they arrest him? 3 reasons. Chris Rock didn't press charges, it was only a slap, and Will Smith and Chris Rock hold roughly the same level of power and celebrity. In fact, they're almost exactly equal, wealth, fame, and even physically, because they're both adult men. But to really demonstrate why Will Smith wasn't arrested, it's useful to pose hypotheticals where the facts are slightly changed. So here are some examples of scenarios where Will Smith would have been arrested for sure. What if Will Smith had punched Chris Rock with a closed fist? Arrested. What if there was blood? Arrested. What if Will Smith slapped Sarah Silverman, a woman? Arrested. What if Chris Rock was 70 years old or 15 years old? Arrested. What if Chris Rock hadn't said anything insulting at all and Will Smith just walked up there and slapped him? Probably arrested. What if Chris Rock was just an employee at the theater, not a powerful celebrity? Arrested. What if Will Smith had a history of violence or was in a romantic relationship with Chris Rock? Arrested. In any of those scenarios, the police wouldn't be waiting for Chris Rock's input. They would have arrested Will Smith immediately. So the slap wasn't treated like a normal assault because both people involved had equal power, it was a relatively minor assault, and the victim didn't want an arrest. Now, if Chris Rock did want him arrested, they would have for sure. Arrested for overreacting to a comedian who says a joke about your wife? Call me at 512 Roadman.